Hey, Lewis, how are ya?
I am off my head. Flip the switch. Phone someone because I am off.
Dude, your phone sucks.
What
we
is
cannot hear you.
It's just cutting out a lot.
Are you on a cell phone? If you're in a hotel room, maybe you can call us direct or something, or we can call you.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Wait a minute. I'm trying. Oh, my God.
Are you? Yeah. Where are you outside? Wait. Are you describe your surroundings?
Are you in a safe
running
place?
now. I'm running.
Okay, I
Wait,
can.
is it better?
Cerveza.
Cabeza is what I heard.
Cabeza. Okay.
I don't.
Better now.
Okay.
Is that better?
I don't know. So why don't you describe where are you right now, Louis Capaldi?
Well, right now I'm at my parents' house. I'm at my parents' abode. It's my. I mean, I live here too, but they pay for it. And I'm standing right next to. I mean, you would call. I believe they're called trash cans in the United States of America. And I'm just because apparently this is where I get the best signal. Right next
Good.
to.
You sound good.
Cans.
Don't move.
Also,
No.
is it better?
Yes.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes. Perfect.
Yeah.
Stay right there. It's perfect. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
All right. Good. So now you're on the air with us. You're live with John, Jay, and Rich. Good morning. Thank you, Louis Capaldi.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
You're-
To be here.
Do you have to whisper near the trash cans? You don't want to like upset
Well-
raccoons or something?
I just don't want it. I don't want to. My mother. Now I'm standing outdoors. I don't want to wake her up. She can be a real. I'm going to be honest. A real battle axe woman, and I'm just. I don't want to force her hand. I'll say on that one.
Sure.
Okay. Like she might yell at you and be like, does she call you Louis or does she call you Louis? What does she call you? Your mother?
She calls me Louis. My dad sometimes calls me Luigi because my second name's Italian. We are not Italian. So I don't know why he calls me Luigi. He can't speak Italian either. And it's like, well, you...
So would she yell at you?
Louis and you're getting the name wrong. Yeah, basically.
She would yell at you.
I get shouted at all the time.
So she would yell at you and tell you to get away from the trash cans?
I don't think they call him.
Yeah,
What do you call him?
Well, we call them... I'd call this the bin.
The
The wheelie bin. I stand next to the wheelie bin. I'm also standing next to this little shovel that we use to scoop up my dog's poo and throw it over the fence.
Oh, yeah.
Forest.
We have those here, too.
So yeah, well, but I mean, it's...
Where do the Scottish stand on leprechauns, or is that just an Irish thing?
I think that's just an Irish thing. I mean, I wouldn't stand on them at all. I would let them be. I would just let them live. Just because someone's small doesn't mean you have to stand on them. Do you know what I'm saying? So I
Well,
think I would just let them be. Just let them do their thing. I mean, if I saw one, what would I would probably try and trap it in a bag, and then I would like cut to, and it'd be kind of tied to a chair, and I would be like, like interrogating it. I'd be sweating, and I'd say, "Where's the pot of gold? Where's the pot of gold? Don't withhold it from me." Do you know what I mean? I'd be like, and it'd be like, something. I don't know. You ever seen Reservoir Dogs? Or something
Yeah,
like that?
yeah.
Rip his ear off?
Yeah, something like that. Except it'd be a leprechaun in the chair, and I would be one of the other guys.
That's good.
Hey, have you the number one movie? The number one movie on Netflix right now is Eurovision. Have you seen it yet? Starring Will Ferrell.
I have watched it. Yes, I watched it yesterday. I would say not my favourite Will Ferrell film. I do enjoy Eurovision. It's a brilliant thing. But they did tell a funny joke where they say there's a bit in it where he goes like, they say like, oh, the girl from the UK, the representing the UK, said she's amazing, but no one likes the UK, so 0 points, which does happen every year in Eurovision. UK score very, very low, and I can't blame them. But yeah, so it's always an interesting one. But it was a good film. I watched it. Rachel McAdams is lovely. Whoever's singing her parts, a beautiful voice. Will Ferrell, he's got some singing chops as well, and I quite enjoyed it. Yeah, it was good.
Hey, so where are you musically as far as, are you working on anything new? It'd be interesting because we know we have your new song we're playing now, but I'm wondering like where you are. Are you writing anything now? Are you working on anything now that's going to come out like in 6 months and we can go, wow, we were talking to Louis Capaldi when he was standing next to the garbage bins and he was working on that song that came out now. It came out in January. Like what are you working on this very second?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because I've been dying to talk about this metal album that I've been recording. It's a lot heavier. These guitars are just they're going, but yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting. No, yeah, I'm working on the next album at the minute. Restrictions of lockdown are being lifted here now, so I think I'm going to be able to go to London in the next 2 weeks to kind of start, recording it properly. But yeah, I've got loads of songs done for it, and I've written about 30 so far.
30
in the course of lockdown. Yeah, 30, and it's been a fruitful pandemic for me. It's been a pretty busy pandemic for me. But yeah, so I finished 30 of them. About 4 of them are good, which is usually a good ratio. That's a good ratio. I'll take that any day of the week. But yeah, so 4 of them are probably good. And yeah, I think if those 4 like that, I'll take that. Do you know what I mean? That seems like a nice thingy. But yeah, there's a couple. The 4 that I have mentioned now 4 times. They're pretty. I'm pretty pleased with them. So hopefully, the thing is, I've got a really bad habit of writing songs, and then I think at the time, this is going to change the world, and then I realise, oh no, it's not, because it's 4 songs and it's 4 chords, and it's really terrible. But yeah, so I have a really bad habit of getting over songs pretty quickly. So, but I think these ones are pretty good. I'm pretty chuffed with how it's gone so far.
Okay, so of those 4 songs you say are really good, how many of them do you play for your parents, and do they like the songs, and do you really take their input on your music, your mom and dad?
I would say is I do play them everything. I play them all the songs, and my mum has she can't really hide her disdain for something if she doesn't like it. Do you know what I mean? So she's I can tell by the look in her face if she doesn't like it. And my dad, he'll always turn around and go, I have goosebumps. Do you know what I mean? Which is so if it's good. But at the same time, cut back maybe a year and a half ago, I came back from a session and I played them 2 songs. One was a piano ballad and one was this other song that was a bit more upbeat. And they said, the upbeat one's really good, the piano ballad we're not really into. And that piano ballad ended up being Someone You Love.
Whoa.
So that kind of made, now every time they tell me a song's bad, I'm like, well, it looks like it's going to make me a lot of money. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Someone You Loved is all over the world. It's been on the radio now for a few years. Where is the most unusual place you've been and you've heard that song play?
In the bathroom of airports, it seems to always come on when I'm doing my business. Do you know what I mean? Which I don't know if that's maybe if that's someone upstairs giving me a sign of what they think of my music. But every time I'm in the bathroom, it comes on, and it's so hard to do, because then you maybe you in the toilet, you've done your business. Look, I don't know how you get on planes. I get quite bloated. A lot of stuff goes on in my bowels that I probably can't talk about on the radio. But it's all messy down there, and then I go to the bathroom and I'm like, oh God, that was pretty intense. And then imagine I'm in London Heathrow and I'm squeezing out of the cubicle, hoping no one notices me. And then my song's playing, and the guy who's next up after me in the cubicle goes, "That's Lewis Capaldi. Your tune's playing tonight. Oh, amazing!" And then he goes in and smells what I have just done, and then he goes on Twitter and says, "Oh, Lewis Capaldi." I went in after them in the toilet, and it was disgusting. So, yeah, it's quite an issue. Really, it is quite an issue. But it's still good, though. Still nice, I guess.
This is before masks were mandatory. Oh, Lewis Capaldi, you're something else.
You are the best guest we've ever had on our show.
In September, either last year or the year before, I don't remember, we were in Las Vegas for the iHeartRadio Music Festival, and one of the guys from your record label, I think his name's Greg, I got to remember, Greg comes over and he goes, you got to meet, that's Greg, he goes, you got to meet Lewis Capaldi. He goes, he's amazing, you got to interview him. I have a dog rescue, and he's like, you got to talk to him about the dog rescue, you got to talk to him about this, you got to talk about that. He will be one of the greatest interviews that you'll ever do. And I said, well, let's do it. I mean, it's been a year and a half since he said that, but having you on the phone right now with us in London, you next to the garbage bins telling us poop stories about your song is
amazing.
You come through, my friend. You are welcome. You are amazing.
Best guest ever, as far as I can
Thank
tell.
you very much.
The fact that you still live with your parents, you're worth billions of dollars, and you got, what do you have, a pug? Is that a pug? What kind of dog?
I have a Lasso Apsu. It's his name's Paddy. So very similar to if you're talking Ireland and Leprechaun. But yes, his name's Paddy, and he is 16 years old. He's blind in both eyes. He is deaf. He has 4 teeth, and he is on his last legs. Let's be real. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
He pees everywhere. It's an absolute mess. But we love him.
Yeah.
At this point, he's essentially a decorative pillow.
I have one of those too. Her name's Fifi. Fifi's the same way. Yeah, she's 14, no teeth.
Well, that's it. Do you know what I mean? But you just got to we let him see out his last days, pissing all over the house and having a good time. Good for him. Do you know what I'm saying?
Just like you at the Heathrow Airport.
Exactly.
Well, Lewis, thank you for being on our show, man. It was a pleasure talking to you. You were a true joy.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. And thank you for taking the time to listen to me. And I'm sorry for my poor phone signal. I will try my best. I will try and improve for next time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lewis Capaldi, on the air with us. Thank you. That's great. You're so kind.
Excellent.
All right.
Cheers.
Bye.
Cheers,
Cheers.
guys. Thank
Bye.
you very much.